What's going on? Welcome back to another Terry Brothers video. And today I have for you guys a review. And today in this review, I'll be talking about Mortal Kombat. For those of you who don't know, Mortal Kombat started out as a video game where people will come together from all over places to fight to the death. And for those who are really our fans, know that Mortal Kombat, after the video game, became a movie. And that first movie came out in 1995. And so needless to say, I was excited to find out they were doing another remake of Mortal Kombat. You know, I've always loved the game when I was growing up playing it with my cousins and my brother and friends when they came by. I always loved the game. And when the movie, I found out that there was a movie, I was like, wait a minute, it come off the game. And then my dad's like, no, this has been a movie for a long time. This is not new. And I was like, oh, okay. But now that I found out they made a remake of it, I was really excited to hear about that, and I for sure had to, make sure that I went ahead and gave it a watch. So here's my review. So I'm gonna start with the storyline. Basically, the storyline of Mortal Kombat is basically that Earth is fighting against the outer world, and the outer world is just, the bad stuff, really. They're trying to take over the world, world domination, that type of stuff, okay? And Earth's like, nah, I'm not gonna have it. And that's basically what this whole movie's premise is about. But what's a little different about this one that was different from the last one is that in the first one, I feel like there wasn't a whole lot of storyline. It was also the basic gist of, Earth is in turmoil against fighting against the underworld. But I got a lot more character development in this new version. So what we find out in this version is that we always knew that Scorpion and Sub-Zero had issues. Other than being one being fired, the other being nice, and there's just opposites of attract. Other than that, we knew that there was some underlying stuff. In the first movie, we kind of didn't really dive too much into why they weren't fans of each other. But in this version, we for sure figured out, okay, that's why he doesn't like him, and so on and so forth. So we got a very good, reason to why Scorpion and Sub-Zero do not like each other. So that's kind of how the movie starts, and I'm like, oh, very nice. I've never really had that piece before until right now. So then from there, we kind of go through and find all the other legends, a lot of the characters that we know. You have Kung Lao, we have, like I said, Sub-Zero, you have Scorpion, you have Sonya Blade, you have Jax, y'all, all the names that we know and love. But we didn't get all the characters that we know, but we'll see how that goes. With that being said, I enjoyed the movie. I mean, it was nothing spectacular, like I said, there's a lot more character development in this version than it was in the last version. And I feel like the fighting scenes were, just choreography, and they were decent enough. There's a lot of times where CGI was really cool scenes with Sub-Zero and Scorpion when they would fight, and each character kind of, developed their fighting skills throughout the movie. And yeah, it was a very fun ride to see them develop as fighters, not just as the characters too. So that was nice. And we also got to see a lot of, characters outside of, just the whole Mortal Kombat thing. And I think that was nice. It kind of brings in humanity. You're not just out there just trying to just fight the whole time. There's a reason behind why they're fighting. So I think I made that really nice too, to kind of give us a little more attachment to each characters and understand the reason why they're doing what they're doing. And I just want to say, if everybody knows who this character is Kano, I feel like he was the star of this movie, okay? This dude was hilarious. You know Kano in the video game, he's always has white cracking jokes and stuff like that. And I feel like the person who played him did amazing, okay? He did a great job, and that's all I want to say about that. And like I said before, all the characters that we know and love were not in this one movie so far. So towards the end of the movie, we got a little hint that maybe some new characters coming that we do know that haven't been in this one. So maybe there will be another one coming out possibly in the future. Hoping so. I hope there is another one that comes out because I mean the movie wasn't like, oh my goodness, it wasn't terribly amazing, but it wasn't crap either. I feel like just the people who know and love Mortal Kombat will for sure come back and watch and see the second one. And I've already kind of seen something online of people trying to, cast this person that we kind of got a hint of towards the end of the movie. So I mean, I think it would be very interesting to see how and who they choose. And another thing I like about this movie is that they didn't choose like big name people for this movie. I love that because sometimes when you have a big name person in the movie, it kind of takes away from it. You're like, oh, we're just here to see this person because they're in it. For this, it was just solely because, people just love Mortal Kombat and wanted to see it. And that's one thing I realized about it, is just because there wasn't like big name actor that's in it. So that's also another plus for me that I really enjoyed it. So with that being said, I don't know, it's already. Like I said before, it was a good movie. It was, the standard storyline from Mortal Kombat, if you know it. And like I said, added character development, and each character has their little backstory and the reason why they're doing what they're doing. And I would give this Mortal Kombat, I would give it a 6.9. 6.8. I'll give it 6.8. I think I'll give it 6.8. All right. I think that it was okay. I mean, I feel like there's definitely room for improvement for his movies. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I would change in particular. It's just, it's just if you know the storyline, you know what to expect to come up next. I mean, there are a few surprises in there. There are certain people who didn't make it to the end that I thought would make it to the end. So, but other than that, yeah, I think that's a pretty fair rating. With that being said, if you enjoyed, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next one. Much love.